Team, or you reckon it's like the opposite, where they're actually just really toxic?
I think they're probably a chill team, Jay Beto. I think that from our experience,
low-key though.
Low-key. But from our experience with everybody that we have casted throughout different tournaments and different games, their names tend to be pretty accurate.
Yeah, but what does that mean for fish?
That they're probably fish?
Really?
Either way, Jay Beto, Mo and Krill going to be banned out by said LowKey Chill Team, and on the other side, Pocket taken down by Delirium. We saw both of those heroes in the last game. Mo and Krill, very high CC single target with a little bit of group knock up there and group disarm, but Pocket is really, for me personally, I know a few of the other casters, a very strong character, that Affliction, very strong team fight oriented, being able to take someone down to 1 HP. And you're right, Jay Beto, speaking of team fight oriented, there's a Dynamo, has that singularity ultimate to suck in and really deal damage to people.
Huh? What?
Hey, Jay Beto, look, a Lash.
Yeah, Lash getting picked up, and the Paradox getting, pardon me, locked in as well. All picks that we saw in our last game. So, we know what we're going to be seeing. Potentially, we're going to be seeing the Vindicta picked alongside this Paradox again for that, shot through the wall protection where she doesn't need to fly up, can poke from quite a far away distance. But obviously, Vindicta doesn't need to do that as much. Haze, another character that we saw in the last game, didn't really get as much value as I would have hoped in that last game. Didn't really get to see the Haze in action, but locked in here. Again, a really good ult team, synergy between those two, the Haze and the Dynamo, and the Shiv now locked in as well, getting that execute in a lot of team fight right now.
Yeah, I mean, Haze has a lot of that sort of high single target damage available to her in that kit, but you're right, being able to sort of be instrumental in the team fights with her own ultimate. Definitely a very highly valued hero at the moment as well, for her ability to kind of solo someone out completely and continue to team fight after the fact. But this Warden being locked in adds to the team fight potential here for Delirium with that ultimate. Very high life steal in that ultimate, and a lot of damage available from the Warden there. Great lockdown here as well between the Warden Paradox right now too.
Taking the Geist away as well. No counter into the Haze with the health bar swap there available. Obviously not just the counter, but can take, health bar away from anybody. Really good for that Paradox swap, You get, pardon me, thrown in, then you change the health bars with her. Kelvin as well. Imagine getting Paradox swapped into a Kelvin ult. That sounds awful.
Yeah, that's definitely quite rough there, Jay Beto, and having this Kelvin locked in now as well. We saw it banned last game, so didn't get an opportunity to see the potential that he has, but that very high lockdown with the ultimate and the great rotation potential that we see with Kelvin too. We saw how quickly Ivy was able to rotate around the map for herself and one other player, but Kelvin's able to fire up that ice path, move anybody from their team around the map quite quickly. Especially himself with that frozoning, although Bebop has been locked in here, and again we're going to see a lot of high single target damage coming out with that hook into bomb combo. We saw the work that it was able to do last game, Jay Beto. I wonder how this... painful. We'll have to see how this 7 goes against it though, Jay Beto.
The 7's an interesting one, because we didn't see any prior towards it last game. That Kelvin, pardon me, I got some bubbles in my throat, my bad. Kelvin we didn't see last game, but was banned away, so... Obviously, there was some prior towards that in the last game, but 7, haven't seen that in the last game, and this Yamato as well. So a lot of damage coming out from LowKey Chill Team right now. Hoping that they can take off the chill and, kind of go a bit crazy right now with this Yamato.
Just be team.
Just be chill?
Just chill. No, just team.
Chill out. Just team. Just LowKey team?
Look, this is a very high damage single target sort of team comp that LowKey Chill Team have put together here. Obviously, they do have Dynamo's Singularity Ultimate, which is going to group up a lot of members of the Delirium squad here and force them into a...
Have fun's coming through in all chat. Love to see that. Love to see that.
Here we go, Jay Beto. We're going to see a bit of switching around of the lanes there, but Shiv is going to be lined up with this Paradox here in the solo lane on the right side. Haze and Seven matching up on the far left side there, looking for as much farm as they're going to be able to find themselves. Over in those duo lanes, we have a Yamato Bebop lining up against Kelvin and Lash versus Lady Geist and Dynamo lining up against Warden and Abrams. That Warden Abrams is a very tanky lane, but first blood has already come through as Yamato was able to find it immediately onto Kelvin. Deep dive early, right before the Guardian line. Great team play between the Bebop Yamato.
Dice, I spoke last game about these, you know, in this situation, you just want to look at the pushing lanes, but have a look right now at LowKey Chill Team. Maybe they were lying. No, not LowKey Chill at all. They're pushing into your towers, getting a first blood at 1 minute into the game. That Haze as well, chunking early right now as well in that other lane. But, whew, something I want to quickly mention as well, Dice. You'll see a lot of the players typically kite towards the left side of the map. As we can see, though, like almost every character will do that. If people are unfamiliar with why people are doing that, it's because of the left side orientation that the characters have in this game, which means that you see primarily the right side of your camera, so you can jiggle peek with your cam really easily by hugging left side cover and letting your camera be open to the right side. So tend to see that quite often in a game like this. That comes, you know, see that a lot in games like Fortnite, other games that have a third person aspect where you are tilted to one side, not directly down the middle. So if you have a look, a lot of the characters will be onto the left side, but Bebop getting aggressive with that punch.
Yeah, thankfully this Kelvin isn't going to take too much damage for his trouble there, able to heal up a fair bit of his abilities up. Bebop will be taking a lot off the back of that Frost Grenade coming out, and actually a few steals on the souls there as well. So we're seeing that despite the fact that Yamato did get that first blood, it's only about 1,000 soul lead at the moment for the LowKey Chill Team. But we are leading into a game state where that 1,000 souls could quickly be the difference in an ultimate. But Yamato going to rotate over, looking to get this kill onto the 7. Great gank! And Solace OCE will fall there to the Yamato rotation. Well timed, and this is what we were talking about earlier on, Jay Beto, is early rotations and looking for quick picks there. And that's what this Yamato is great at right now.
Wow, this Yamato off to a massive start already. That is 2 kills for her, I believe, if she was able to land the final blow on that first one. But this Yamato is going to become a bit of an issue, guys. That was a great rotation. I spoke a little bit about it after the post-game about, you know, it's a bit hard to find gank timers onto side lanes in the early game, but Yamato getting a great gank off, right there, off into that side lane. Very impressive.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to be doing. And we did see that Haze was managing to keep this 7 locked down underneath his Guardian for the vast majority of that early game. And that is very, very crucial to be able to kind of keep him down like that. But, you know, off the back of all of that as well is the ability for Yamato to time a good rotation over there. You know, when the 7 had just stepped out and wasn't quite out of position, but another kill is going to come out, and this time it will be a punish onto a member of LowKey Chill Team.
But this Yamato getting active again, rotating over to that left side solo lane and taking this 7 down. Dice, she has 3.4k souls right now. She's massive.
Oh, damage out onto this Shiv against Paradox, trying to take the 1v1 now. Very close range, and that's where Shiv wants to be, though, as Paradox will be poked down in response, although has this range potential to be able to find off a shot here with that time bomb as well. Could be able to find it. One more headshot might just be able to take it down here, though, for the Paradox, charging up that shot. Oh, the knife connects. Is it going to kill, though? Not quite yet. Paradox has the health available to survive, but now Shiv is just healthy enough that he could potentially look to take a dive there. Yamato, in the meantime, is being collapsed on hard here by the Delirium roster. Stun out from this 7 as well. Is going to be trapped underneath this Guardian. Lash looking to dive deep here as well as Yamato fires off the ultimate and gains that immunity immediately. Cannot die here for the time being, and that's a dive completely wasted out there for Delirium, Jay Beto.
That was beautiful on that ult. I was sure she was dead there. That was like skin of the teeth timing right there.
Yeah, definitely scary, terrifying, well-timed to be able to survive that, get those iframes off. A bit of a correction for me as well. She actually can now die in her ultimate. Yamato's been getting a lot of changes back and forth, but it's actually a 50% spirit and bullet resist that Yamato gets there. So she could have died, but being able to
Very
have those
close.
iframes when the ultimate's going off there means that she survived the Lash's damage there and was able to turn around a lot.
I mean, these characters, kids getting changed all the time, like Alpha. So big parts of the kit. Speaking of, oh, that was going to do a lot of damage right there. As you know, I talked about in our last game, Lash coming through, getting that RKO from the top ropes right there, does a lot of damage. But yeah, like Haze ult getting a big change, completely kind of changing the function of it and how it works. It's hard to keep up sometimes.
Yeah, you look, Jaybeto, we're in an alpha for a game at the moment where the developers are clearly very, very focused on competitive gameplay and trying to make the game as functional as possible in the early game, in the early stages right now. Is Kelvin going to use that ice path to try to find his way back underneath the Guardian? Has to use that ult as well to prevent any damage from incoming here, but Dynamo uses that singularity to punish out the dive as Yamato comes in and finds a kill alongside Bebop there. It's a great counter engage from Delirium, Jaybeto.
That was beautiful. The fight.
Abrams pushes up and he's got a bomb on him. Yamato's going to look for the dive, but Bebop's already found the kill. The bomb already doing so much damage in this early game, Jaybeto. Kelvin and Lash, though, they're rotating back in, and this Bebop, he's already down to half health. Lash is looking for it. He's going to try to dive just beyond this bridge here as Kelvin comes in too, looking for the ice beam. Is he going to be able to find it behind the wall? Is this Bebop? He goes down to the grenade as Yamato gets back underneath the Guardian and will survive. It's a counter kill here for Delirium, but Jaybeto, LowKey Chill Team, they have a 2,000 souls lead right now, and I think they're going to push for more.
It was more before that shutdown right there onto that Bebop, but the 7 ult coming through.
It's not going to be enough though as Haze shoots off her own ultimate and finds the kill on the 7 in the air. Solos once more taking a spill against this Haze. 1,000 souls difference between these two carry characters, Jaybeto.
That was beautiful from the Haze there. Didn't panic, just sat there, ulted back, took the trade. There is a resistance in 7 ult if I'm not mistaken, so Haze damage is very, very high right now. 6k souls, you mentioned it, that lead up against the 7. I still want to talk about like that fight in mid where Kelvin's caught out, can't get out with his Frozone ice skate, and then he is forced to ult. It immunes the last hit damage right there, but then Dynamo walks right up and ults as the Kelvin ult walks or fades away. Sorry, they're both pulled in, and then Yamato is able to just do so much damage right there. Good sleep.
It was great movement from the Lash, being able to use the walls back and forth to create himself some space and stay in the air for as long as possible, gain himself that extra bit of damage. But yeah, good sleep there from the Haze as Yamato is going to rotate in here and try to punish the Lash 7, dive onto that Guardian, create some space for the Haze there, and that's enough that she will stay ahead of this 7 now, 1,600 souls in the lead. And I would expect that this Haze is going to start rotating soon and going to be able to find some big kills. But speaking of big kills, down goes Shiv, punished immediately here by the Paradox Abrams combo, Jaybeto.
Beautiful rotation over there towards that side lane. I've been talking about it a bit. We see the lane swap over here now from the Yamato going into the right lane up against this Paradox. Pardon me.
Whoa. Taken down is this Haze as 7 and Lash were able to finally find that combo play onto her. And we saw, Jaybeto, that Delirium have been putting a lot of pressure over to try to remove this Haze from the game. It's meant that 7 and Lash are a little bit behind at the moment, but being able to finally get that kill, they're now going to push into this Guardian, take that down. In response, though, Yamato going to take down a Guardian on the other side of the map, chasing down, looking for this Paradox as well. Damage is good. Paradox will use that ultimate in the shield to prevent a little bit of the damage coming through. However, Yamato is just too fast into the backline, finds that melee and gets the kill. Down goes Paradox. In the meantime, Lash has rotated over in towards this mid lane, looking for this Kelvin and the Bebop. In goes the Lash, but back goes the Bebop. Disengage here. Fights across the map, Jaybeto, but LowKey Chill Team have managed to maintain a 3k soul lead.
Just before that, Dice, it was only a 1k lead, so a big swing back towards their favor now about... Oh, no, it just ticked over to 3k. So very nice from them. But yeah, that was a really crucial fight right there as the the urn has just spawned, the bridge buffs as well. And it was looking towards even, Delirium was evening out the game, but now LowKey Chill Team back LowKey in the lead.
They are in the lead, and not too comfortably. This is still anyone's game, realistically. However, it is going to be Delirium grouping up to try to push down this try to defend their Guardian here, as LowKey Chill Team are trying to take the fight. Dynamo has to use his immunity early, but Paradox is going to find that switcheroo ultimate onto the Shiv there, forces him back, and Lady Geist has made a rotation alongside Bebop into the backline here. Here comes the Hyper Beam ultimate, and Lash is taking so much damage to it! The tracking's too good! Down goes Lash, and that's a huge kill to find. Great rotation from the Bebop there. Abrams trying to hide from that ultimate and wait out the zoning potential that it has. In the meantime, the rest of the team are pushing into this Guardian, but Abrams finds 2 with his dash, immediately turned around on though as Bebop finds a great bomb, and Shiv is credited with the kill. Guardian still low health here, but the 4 members of the Chill team can't quite push in just yet. Waiting now for this Warden to step up a little bit further. Yamato is here, but Lash is rotating in, and he's got his ultimate up. He's going to pick up one and send him straight back into the Guardian range. Abrams here as well to try to find the kill. Paradox is still down here, and Dynamo, 1 HP, has to find his way out. No kills found there off the back of that Lash ult, J Beto, but Shiv is falling lower and lower. Will Lash go down? He will. Bebop credited with the kill.
Oh, so back and forth, but you know, all the depleted health bars, unfortunately, on the side of Delirium. I want to quickly have a bit of fun and say that Abrams POV with the laser in that room was terrifying. That was so funny.
Yeah, we love to see that. But Jay Beto, what a team fight coming out there, and it's meant that now there's about a 6,000 souls lead in favor of the LowKey Chill team. Not too excessive. It's about 7, between 7 and 6k. It seems to be fluctuating a bit, so it's not too excessive, Jay Beto, but it's enough that that lead is really going to start to push towards the 10k mark soon as we start seeing these Guardians fall. Another one goes down, and flex slots are also going to start opening up soon as well, Jay Beto.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like the team synergy that LowKey Chill team have right now, that they're showing this kind of in and out. The Bebop ult was so great. The Yamato being able to dive so deep as well, like just trust in the team that there's going to be follow-up damage or follow-up CC, so that she can follow-up damage, but a teleport over right now for this gank in left side solo.
Yeah, this is a great teleport, looking to try to prevent this Bebop from falling here, and instead going to try to get this kill onto the Lash. 7 though, he's going to fire off that ultimate. Yamato goes into her own ult and gets those iframes for a time, immediately turns the kill around onto 7, but not before he got that kill onto the Bebop. Singularity does come out though, and trying to find this kill onto the members of Delirium. Will be able to pick off that Lash there, and now Yamato forced to rotate away, still being chased down, but does find a kill onto the... who fell there, Jay Beto? The Abrams.
The Abrams, yes, indeed. This lead, Dice, is coming close to 10k, 8k lead so far. Kelvin desperately trying to defend that there. Walker. Yeah, it looks like mid boss potentially could get looked at, but maybe just going back to pushing some lanes. Soul Urn still on the table as well, hasn't been picked up yet. Yeah, it is pretty hard to run away like a full Urn across the side of the map, especially when you're in the lead, but I guess just denying it from the other team is as much as you really need, as long as the enemy team secure that, you just make sure that...
no, this Kelvin's likely to fall. He's going to get off his ultimate, so a lot of life steal available here, and that Frostbeam doing a lot of work, but Shiv is just taking no damage to it, Jay Beto. Lash, though, comes in and fires that ultimate before Kelvin can fall. The Executor's there, though, and down goes the Kelvin. Lash now trying to take the 1v1 with the Shiv, but too much movement available with that kinetic dash. Is going to get Shiv out of trouble, but not before Abrams rotates in here, actually. He has that dash available, but can't chase up as he spotted out the rotation here from the Yamato. Lash does go in, but Yamato is likely to pick him off if he goes too deep.
Was a grouping on that left side with the numbers advantage for Delirium, but choosing not to take that fight as the Bebop rotation would have made it an even numbers. Solar and still hasn't been picked up. It looks like Abrams might be looking for it right now. That's going to be a big boon if they're able to drop that down. Haven't really seen where the drop position is quite yet. Wow, it's on the other side of the map, even though they're down 9k souls right now. Still a very, very rough spot to try to escort to, and have a look at the map right now. LowKey Chill Team immediately pathing over to that square. Pings coming out as well onto the Abrams that just TP'd over. This is going to be a big fight over here, Dice.
Delirium are going to struggle to defend this one, Jay Beto. They're not quite positioned as much as they want to be to defend this at the moment, to lock this in at the moment. And we can see that Lash is the one walking this over here, and he really wants to be the one kind of engaging and using his ultimate to deal damage and to reposition people. Abrams has already fallen though, as Shiv is going to try to get into the backline, chasing down that Kelvin here. We see that Frost Path coming out as Yamato and Bebop are going to chase towards that Walker, locking down that 7. In the meantime, the urn has already been dropped, and Dynamo is going to be the one to pick it up here for LowKey Chill Team. They have the position, and they've completely prevented Delirium from getting in, J Beto. This is a free urn now.
4K lead. Sorry, 4K, 10K lead for them, over 10K after that urn has been picked up right there, finally returned. Now, coming up on a 15K lead, this Walker, finally getting focused down in the left side, mid, on like left side mid getting focused down too, but another team fight is Abrams dashing in.
Bebop might be punished here. We saw that 7 ultimate coming out, and down he does go. Warden, not quite credited with that kill. Abrams does find it, but it was a great dash from the Abrams to force a Bebop inside that Walker, and just a little bit too deep there to try to pick off that Walker. In the meantime, Paradox has used that ultimate to defend herself, but goes down to the Shiv execute once more. This Shiv is absolutely popping off J Beto, and really isn't necessarily carrying LowKey Chill Team, but is certainly equal with that Haze. Has a great lead, 15,000 souls at the moment, and gets scarier and scarier as the game goes on, J Beto.
Absolutely, and this lead opens up a potential for a mid-boss soon. You know, you don't have to force it and give the opportunity to have it stolen, but, you know, you talked about it in that last game, like to see the box maxing there. But you saw it in the last go. So you mentioned in the last game where you can get it down to the half health mark, let the sound come through, and then try to bait in a team fight. Ooh,
pushed off the zip line there is the Abrams by the shot. Wouldn't quite have that immunity, and the hook is going to allow Bebop to find the kill.
Wow.
Great play there from this Bebop. Credited is the Haze with the kill, but realistically, that was all the Bebop, J Beto.
Love to see it. Lower souls on his team too, just opting to give all his team the farm. But he's going to hit the hook, so it doesn't even matter. He doesn't even need the farm.
No, he doesn't even need the farm, as 7 is going to try to... Oh, wow, Paradox ult straight away onto this Haze, trying to punish her out for, again, playing over-aggressive. This left side Walker is really where the fights are breaking down, and the Paradox will be credited with the kill off the back, once again, of this Hyper Beam coming out, trying to push into the Walker, but already down to half health here, and the chase is on. 7 doing a lot of damage alongside this... Oh my god, 7 goes down though. Singularity does come out. Haze is already down. 7 and Paradox have fallen, and that's enough now for the push in from LowKey Chill Team to start picking off this Walker. Yamato's made a rotation as well and completely zoning out the Warden and the Abrams. Walker goes down, J Beto. First one of the game, 18 minutes in. But we're likely to see a push off into the next Walker as well, as it's actually Delirium trying to counter-push a Walker out from LowKey Chill Team, but have to back away as rotation's coming out. Shiv might be able to find some kills here, J Beto.
This is nice rotation from LowKey Chill Team. Delirium might have overstepped here.
Lash didn't quite get punished there for his aggression onto the Shiv, and it's given his team, his Kelvin and Abrams, an opportunity to back away from that Walker that they were pushed up aggressively into. This is an opportunity now, though, J Beto, for LowKey Chill Team to counter-push the same Walker in the same lane.
I agree, and have a look at the side lanes for LowKey Chill Team right now. Left side not looking too great, but, you know, neutral, which is a good spot to be in. Will push in the favor of Delirium, however, but that right side solo lane, right side lane getting pushed up very, very heavily right now. LowKey Chill Team have so much map pressure, guys. Look at their positions on the map. Delirium can't really move anywhere.
I love sending off this Shiv into that mid lane and that mid left lane by themselves there, because he's got the potential to 2v1 or potentially even 3v1. So he's able to distract a lot of members of Delirium here and allow the rest of LowKey Chill Team to group where they need to be. Haze is making a rotation over to get a little bit more farm in that left lane as well. We can see a lot of minions grouped up there, but doing a good job are Delirium right now, J Beto. They're comfortably defending their Walkers, not too hard of a push coming in, and now Abrams is actually rotating. He might be able to punish out this Shiv if he can get in behind. Called out though, as that kinetic dash will pull Shiv right out of, right back into position. So no punish just yet, but good defense there, J Beto, from Delirium.
Dice, we've got a 20k soul lead right now for LowKey Chill Team. That is massive. They've got, you know, flex slots available for themselves too. Not as many as, you know, you are able to get, but, you know, having more items, just having more items available than Delirium is going to feel bad. And this soul lead, you're going to be able to put those to use. you know, if you're able to unlock those flexes but not buy the items, is Lash taking a lot of damage there. I love the rope climbing animation, by the way. It's so
Whoa, Hyper Beam once more. It's more used for zoning here, and this could be an opportunity for Yamato to get into the backline and prevent this Lash N7 from getting out, and down goes the Lash already. Haze credited with that kill, and we see the single target damage that she has potential for. Stunned out, though, as I don't think she got into the zip line, so I'm not sure what quite stunned her there. Maybe, actually, it was probably the 7 finding his stun, but Abrams way out of position here, pushed up deep into the Walker, and will be chased down and taken out, stunned out by that Walker there. Yamato very likely to be credited with this kill, and he is going to take it down. 8k streak there for the Yamato, J-Beto.
Well, that was a Paradox swap and then a 2v2 over in that mid side, left side mid right now. Can't really see what's going on right there, but that Kelvin did rotate over. Looks like was able to pick up the Shiv potentially? Or no, the Abrams is the one who died there.
Yeah, the Abrams did fall there.
That is unfortunate.
Good punish to be able to... Whoa, 7 goes down, though, and it's off the back of Dynamo and Yamato finding a bit of a combo play here and looking for more onto this Lash. This is a good push potential into the Walker here, although Paradox is making a rotation and has the ability to reposition her opponents. Nice little use of the gun there to slow and kind of stun out temporarily that Dynamo, but it's not going to be enough, and now Dynamo, Yamato, and Geist are making a rotation into this right side mid lane alongside this Kelvin's defensive position, and they could look for a great punish here. And potentially this last... Oh, another Walker.
Another Urn as well. Dias on that left side. Just spawning now. Ping's coming out towards that. I believe that is... Warden, I believe. I mean, the images on the map are kind of hard to see what character is what. But some grouping over on that left side means that the Urn potentially is what's getting looked at right now. Bit of jungle farm coming through right now. Farm lead is... It's a lot. It's not too bad, you know, not lost by any means at all. But yeah, this Urn, not what you wanted to be losing right now. Abrams is able to sneak that away, and it is in a much better position for them. Abrams potentially going to be able to sneak that around through the backside of his team. I think that in times like this, maybe if you have a full team grouping, that a mid boss might potentially be able to get looked at while, you know, the whole team is getting escorted over towards that solo, because you really want to get those from behind. We saw how much that gave to the to Girl Failures last game. We'll have a look right here.
Ooh,
yeah,
this is an opportunity here.
Plus.
They've decided, LowKey Chill Team have decided, knowing that how many people would be going over to that Urn, that instead they could push in and look for this left mid Walker, and it will go down here, open up the opportunity for some flex slots to come out, and maybe a team fight. Although Abrams has found a deep ult into the backline, and we're going to see 7 firing off his own. A lot of damage coming out from that ultimate here, and it's a great defensive play for Delirium. They do lose the Walker, but they found so much damage, and the kill onto the Bebop Paradox will be credited with that one, and it could be a chase over into this right side, or left side, sorry, lane. In the meantime, though, Lady Geist being chased down still. Lash might be able to find this alongside the Kelvin. Ultimate does come down and knocks the Lady Geist down onto the floor here. Kelvin is a little bit low, but has his ultimate, so a lot of life steal coming out. Geist should still have her... doesn't have her own ultimate, so she can't switch health here. So Kelvin will find enough damage, and Lash will pick up the kill. Great defensive plays here from Delirium. They've managed to turn that fight around. Meantime, in the right side, no Walker available here, but 7 is going to look for the stun onto the Haze. Has the chase potential available here, and another one lashes in, and 7 finds the kill. Great defensive plays here for Delirium. They're starting to catch up, J-Beto. Yes, the lead is 15,000 in favor of the LowKey Chill team, but J-Beto, Delirium hold their base and manage to get enough kills that they're still in this game.
And Dice, talking about the stuff after the stuff quite often in MOBAs, as Yamato looking for the 1v1 up against Warden right here, and she does a lot of damage at Warden.
Oh, God, Warden. This
yeah,
Warden is likely to fall. Credited to that Dynamo there.
Really nice trade back in favor of LowKey Chill Team. You know, lots of push potential before that, but Respawn's now coming through.
Cheeky push here from the 7 is going to find that second Walker here for Delirium, although knocked off the zipline immediately in Paradox. And this is the fight that Yamato wants to take. Does have the stun channeled up on her by the 7, but it's not going to last long enough for him to get this teleport off. Yamato's going to come straight in there and take Solace down. I like the macro play, J-Beto. It was off the back of a good push up there and some kills for Delirium. And getting that flex slot is really important, but unfortunate that the Yamato was in position to punish there.
Yeah, this Yamato does so much damage at this point in the game. 23k souls to her now. No mid-boss potential right now, as neither team is really in the position to look for it. Dynamo hovering to make sure nothing sneaky's going on, standing up the top potentially. Hard to see the verticality on the map. But yeah, good on the box maxing right there. These walkers. I feel like there was a potential to get them all for Delirium, but no longer available. One, I believe, still remaining for Delirium that LowKey Chill Team can get, but Kelvin getting focused out right now. So much damage from the Shiv.
A lot of damage from that Shiv as Kelvin will go down. Credited with the kill is that Bebop, and further ahead does his damage go. The more bombs he's able to find and the more hooks he's able to find, the higher his damage is going to get into the late game there as Paradox trying to find a pick off on to Dynamo. Hook just barely missing 7 there. Defending this final Walker is important right now, but not as important as the lives of these players. Potential here to push in, but Lash has great defense potential right now as well. With that ultimate, in goes Yamato, but Lash and Abrams are up in the air. Abrams tries to find that ultimate, but isn't going to find any stuns off the back of it. Meantime, Yamato going into her own ult, but 7 finding a lot of damage with his ult, pulled straight in by Bebop, and the bomb is on. 7 way out of position, but pushing up further, looking for some damage, might be able to find this Abrams, but this is where Abrams wants to be, as the Warden is going to fire off his own ultimate and look for the damage. Dynamo has fallen, but in the meantime, so many members of Delirium do go down. Kelvin, Abrams, Paradox is still alive, but they're kiting back towards the Walker here. Abrams barely any health left as Paradox is going to be chased into the Walker and taken low by Haze. Finally goes down to the gun damage here as Kelvin up on that ice path, trying to find a little bit of damage onto the Haze, but it's not going to be enough. Fires off that ult to hold the Walker for a little bit, but Beto, it's only Kelvin and Abrams left alive here. They can't hold this Walker. A stun coming out from the Walker. It will hold it for a little bit, but down it goes, and that's going to give LowKey Chill Team enough pressure that they can start rotating this map harder and maybe look for the mid boss, and that's exactly where they are.
Nice LowKey Chill Team fight right there. I have to highlight some of the aspects for that. Obviously, there's some mechanics there with the Bebop hooking the, I believe it was the Abrams out of midair, or no, it was 7. Sorry, he hooked 7 out of midair.
Yeah,
but the kite back that they did there, I don't see a lot of teams, like even in Smite, doing that when they should, where the idea that Delirium, their fighters, they're kind of using all of their abilities, all their team fighting ultimates too early. They're not able to get onto LowKey Chill Team, and they're just moving back. They keep moving back. And they want to be doing that, right? Because the hook comes through, the dagger comes through, the sleep dagger, that is, Yamato dash and poke from the distance, and eventually Delirium is kited too far in that it's just too much. They've used everything. They're not able to land it on any key targets that they need it to. Then obviously the hook comes out, ripped to 7 there, falling down. So much damage right now from the Haze. But yeah, that
Oh, Yamato has found a position on this Kelvin, but has to fight inside of the ultimate. The damage is good from the Kelvin, but it's not quite enough to take that 1v1. In the meantime, here we'll see Bebop immediately falling. This is a good fight here for Delirium. The 7 is down, but we did see the Bebop and Geist take a spill there. Warden pushing up alongside Haze here, but Dynamo goes in with the ultimate. Singularity is good, but he's taking a lot of damage for his trouble there. Down goes the Dynamo, and Delirium are pushing in for more. Sorry, LowKey Chill Team are pushing in for more of a fight. This is a defensive position that this is the aggressive position that LowKey Chill Team want. It was a decent defense there from Delirium, but down goes Lash, and it's just not quite enough. They found 3 kills, Beto, but just the Dynamo ultimate was a little bit too much and bought too much time, despite the fact that he died there.
Wow, look at the movement and the speed coming out to try to end this game right now, or at least, take out the base. Patron potentially going to get looked at now too, as yeah, it is getting looked at right now. Remember, there is that weakened state available, and Respawn not quite in, actually. Only 7 still available. Maybe a reset coming through from LowKey Chill Team right now. Got their flex slots all done, but Bebop.
Oh, 7 immediately taken down by Bebop there. Great
look
into the double bomb. And Beto, something I want to talk about between these two teams as well is the seeding difference. LowKey Chill Team is much higher seeded than Delirium right now, coming into this particular tournament, which means that realistically, this could have been a very blowout game, but seeing some of these team fights, even that last one there where we saw a 3-kill trade out there from Delirium, despite the lead that LowKey Chill Team have, really goes to show that this is a team worth fighting for, as Dynamo's going to find another big 2-man Singularity ultimate, not going to find any kills off the back of it just yet, but Kelvin and 7 are already down, and Delirium struggling to hold on. Lash finding a little bit of healing there, but still taking the fight. Warden has used his ultimate and is going to hold for a little bit, but the moment that it finishes, finishes off. He's going down. Abrams does fall on now into the base. Do go low-key chill team. They're pushing into the patron and looking for the damage. Lash is going to come in and find a little bit of damage for himself, but it's not going to quite be enough. As down goes.
Team fight that I highlighted about the, near that right side walker was just a beautiful team fight, and this Geist damage that it's really.